Hey, welcome to my podcast. Today is an exciting day. We're finally going to find out what the Fat Cat RX78 looks like. And to honor this moment, I have also built the real grade RX78 version 2 and fully painted it. You may be wondering, there is no color difference from the molded color. And you will be right. Then, what's the point of painting it in the first place? And here it is, from Fat Cat Studio RX78-2. I was so excited that I got two of these. But to do this comparison, we of course need the real grade RX78. So without further ado, let's get started. First of all, let's check out the box art. The earth tone theme has a quiet elegance to it. It has functional aesthetics. It is simplistic, minimalistic, yet uncluttered and eco-friendly at the same time. And there it is. This is also the first time I'm seeing this, so let's do some quick comparisons. We're going to start by looking at the white pieces. I'm just looking at how it's being produced. The materials is very similar to what's being used in the real grade version. The color matches well, and just overall, the molding is quite sharp. You can see the lines are very sharp and very clean. So here, I'm trying to compare the shin guard area. They look quite similar. And then next, I'm trying to turn them so that they have the same orientation, and compare the bazooka parts to see how they compare with each other. It comes with a metal chain, which I believe is for the Gundam hammer. For a moment, I thought it was a new part, but then I forgot that it comes with the javelin. So that's why you see the big long white stick. And next, I'm doing a side-by-side comparison of the shield, of the base part of the shield. The shape and the engraving on the head is exactly the same, as you can see. The backpack has a similar shape, only bigger. And then it happened. I finally found something that's different from the real grade version. This is the missile compartment on the bazooka. In the real grade version, it's a single piece, whereas in here, it's broken up into two parts. And it seems to me that there are two sets of it. I have to find out why that's the case. Next, we're moving on to the internal mechanism or internal frame of the lower leg. I took the real grade version out of the bag so that it's easier to see. because it's so small. But as far as I can tell, they are identical, like down to the very small, minute details. The Fat Cat version is of course larger than the real grade version. Next we have the javelin parts that I don't have in the real grade scale, but it looks nicely done. Next, let's compare the red part of the shield and also other areas that are in red. And you can see that the colors are exact match to the real grade version. So in the real grade color scheme, there's an off-white or light gray component to it, and it is faithfully reproduced here. It may not look like it on screen, but I've verified that it is in fact a light gray, and it's a different shade compared to the pure white that's used in the main body. It's quite comical actually to see that everything down to the very small details have been faithfully reproduced. The color matching on the yellow and the blue parts are really well done. You can't tell much of a difference between the two. And finally, we get to the structural parts for the shield and also the beam rifle, as well as additional weapons. I'd say that the orientation of these parts are definitely different from the real grade version, but for all intents and purposes, the shapes are exactly the same, and the materials appear to be identical as well. A quick comparison on the decals that came with both kits. And finally, we're comparing the instruction manuals. A checklist of all the parts are provided on the first 2 pages in both cases. And then I started looking at the contents. It's funny that the graphics look very similar to each other. The organization and the size of these two are identical. The flow is exactly the same so far, and down to the steps that you should prioritize in building it, like these pink boxes, they are also the same. Oh, by the way, have you noticed that the step numbering in both cases are also identical? I found it hilarious that they are so close to each other. I guess the good thing is if you misplaced one of them, you probably could use the other to build the kit that you were missing the manual on. So that has been a quick tour of the Fat Cat Master Grade RX78. So what do you think? Are you mad that they have reproduced this? Or are you encouraged and inspired by the technology that goes on in reproducing it? I couldn't stop laughing as I was unboxing it. I love Bandai. I think they really pushed the limit on technology and producing the best quality model kits out there. I don't think you need to worry about Bandai. I think they'll be fine. They're big enough, and there's enough pie to go around. A lot of people like myself still put Bandai ahead of many other manufacturers in terms of quality and standards that they set. But still, I just found it hilarious that it's been so faithfully reproduced here. By the way, the name says Fat Cat, but in Chinese it actually says Fat Tiger. So let's not confuse it with Fat Kitten or Fat Pussy. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for staying to the end. The next video that I'm working on will be on a 6th scale figure that I've just picked up today. It is the most famous character in Chinese mythology. Until then, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.